Hello, thank you for the amazing talk. So I would like to ask about extradition. So I have watched extradition. So I have watched you amongst other ex-North Korean influencers, and a lot of time I hear that, for example, you face you would be constantly afraid of being sent back to North Korea if you are in China. But if you're in somewhere like, I don't know, Thailand, you wouldn't face that fear. Right. I come from communist China. I was born in communist China. I grew up in Hong Kong to see Hong Kong fall and to see, the national security law being established. And while most of the West wouldn't send extradition agreements, so wouldn't send people to North Korea, a lot of the West, a lot of the liberal West would be more than willing to sign agreements and send people back to and send what the Chinese government deem as criminals to China to face persecution. So and God knows, like maybe they will send you to China and then from there send you to North Korea. So, yeah, what are your thoughts on this? Because like personally, I don't think it is not a very optimistic situation to do with China because of just the scale it is. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I have a lot of sympathy, and I love Hong Kong and the people so brave there. And did not know quite that America do send this distance from Hong Kong back to their country.
The national security law, which was always in China and recently got established in Hong Kong, was that if you break Chinese law, whatever nationality you are and wherever you break Chinese law, so you could be an American, speaking or speaking against the Chinese government in America, and if you step into any countries that has an extradition agreement with China, then they would be able to send you to China and make you face persecution. So you might disappear. And
Wow, that's shocking. I can also believe that because everybody wants. I mean, Hollywood, for instance. There are people like trying to make a movie about my story, and one of the producers were trying to make a movie about my story, and then in the script they said China was a promised land, and how they were protecting me. I was not a sex slave there, and I asked him like, why would you write us like a script that is completely lie? And he's like, there's no way, no studio to pick up that movie if you badmouth China.
and that's in the States.
In Hollywood right now.
Unbelievable.
That's why they don't make anything movies about. There's a tons of movie about Holocaust. Why do they not make anything about North Korean human rights issue? Because then they have to expose China, and there's so much funding coming from China. No studio would touch that script and that project.
Unbelievable. Thank you for telling us that.
Thank you. Yeah, China. Oh my. Hi.
Hi. Just wanted to say thank you for showing how much you love life. It's truly remarkable. You show the world that you can do anything you set your mind to. My question is, where do you see yourself in 10 years? What would you like to achieve by then?
Thank you. In 10 years, I would love to be grateful, not going to therapy like my friends are. I really sympathize a lot with why people are not happy in America is because really they don't really have an actual problem, and that's a problem. So they have to keep making problems. Thank you, but it is true. Most of my days now, I'm dealing with very stupid problems like weather is so cold, why the winter is so brutal, why Heating, central heating, warm shower, food, refrigerator. I'm complaining about Chicago cold all day long. Like, you get adjust to those things. And it's so easy to lose that perspective. So I think no matter, of course, my mission is making more people free and give them voice. But besides that, I try to not lose that perspective, so we can be grateful for what we have. I think that's my very important thing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My heart is beating so fast right now. So, Ms. Park, first I want to thank you for sharing that part of your life. I want to share a little bit with you. My name is Cesar, and even though it says Washington, D.C., I'm from Maracaibo, Venezuela, and that makes me feel a lot of connection with you because a lot of things that you say, even though they haven't happened exactly as you say, they're somehow happening in Venezuela as well. So I believe that gives me the right to ask you this question. We know that elections are not going to work. We know that international community is not going to do much as well. And it's really hard to have a civil war in your country. So what do you think it's going to take for the people in North Korea to finally find a solution to this whole problem, which is not only on a government level, but it's in a multidimensional level, society, economy, etc. So I know it's a deep question, but if you can find a way to answer that question, to see if you can give me some light and see if I can also change my country as I know that you want to do it. So, 감사합니다.
Yeah, thank you. That's a very deep question. North Korea is a very unique scenario because I met a lot of people from Cuba, Venezuela, Iran, and very oppressed regimes there too. But people in those countries, they know that the regime is screwed, that people are oppressed. But something that is so unique about North Korea is that regime so completely isolated them that people don't even know they're oppressed. They don't even know they're enslaved by the regime. And if you don't know you're a slave, how can you try to be free? That's an impossible task. So for the North Korean people, that's very hard because they don't know they're oppressed and they don't know life can be like this. So the first step is somehow we need to awaken their minds and show them the real world and get them out of their brainwashing. Then I think we can discuss other steps, but North Korea is such a primitive state right now. They don't even know the word for freedom, so there's no way they can be on the street someday fighting for freedom. Because at school, we don't even learn what revolution is. They don't teach us that. And this is something about why I really appreciate people are interested in knowledge and truth. It's not innate to humanity when you are born, like we knew that slavery was bad, right? That's why the enlightenment was important. If we are born, if we don't have education, we don't know. Like I might thought like Kim Jong-il was a handsome guy. I did not know that Brad Pitt was hot. So we need to learn the truth, and that's why we need to keep coming to these places and keep awakening our minds and sharpen our thoughts.
Thank you very much, and you deserve all the rounds of applause in the world. Honestly.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.